Hey everybody, alongside TJ Calkins, Jay Sanin here with ATS, getting you ready for week 8 of the NFL season. And TJ, we are going to focus on the AFC North. Surprise, surprise, we are focusing on the AFC North as the Pittsburgh Steelers, 3.5-point underdogs, taking on the Cleveland Browns. And TJ, there are some injury concerns for the Browns coming into this game, even at the quarterback position. Do you think they can overcome that, or do you think Pittsburgh gets it done here?
No, and I'm a Cleveland homer, and I just think this is a really bad spot for the Browns. If Baker plays, he's still going to be that limited version. I don't think there's going to be much of a difference between him and Keenum, regardless who's under center. They do get Chubb back, which is a huge boon. And I know Dearness Johnson was the darling of Week 7, but he isn't Chubb. Chubb is a difference maker. However, the Steelers defense is really starting to put it together. They're starting to see their stars shine. They're on a 2-game winning streak, which is kind of the opposite of what the Browns are. The Browns gave up 84 points in consecutive weeks. They were on a 2-game losing streak. The defense got it together mostly because Teddy Bridgewater could only see a third of the field at a time on any given play. So the 17 points they scored were enough to get back in the win column last week. Now, the secondary of the Browns, I think, is atrocious. I generally speaking, hate every player in that secondary, and it really hurts my heart because I'm a fan. I want them to be better. But, man, Deontay Johnson and Chase Claypool, that's a bad combination for him. Deontay Johnson remains uncoverable. I still believe he's the best receiver in the National Football League, and he is completely hides all the warts that Roethlisberger brings. So this version of Roethlisberger is just so limited, but Deontay always bails him out. And now Najee Harris is doing the same thing. And you have Claypool stretching the field. This is going to be a problem for the Browns. I think they're going to give up a ton of points again, and we could see the highest point output from the Steelers on the season this week. Where are you at, Jay?
I am going to lean to the under in this game. The total, it's 42, and I think that your point about Baker Mayfield, and even if he does go, he's not going to be fully healthy. He's not going to be at his best. I think that carries a lot of weight here for the home team in the Cleveland Browns, and I think it's a spot where, knowing that in advance, Cleveland Browns, they're going to try and pound the rock even more so than usual. I think they're going to eat up a ton of clock doing so. And this is a Pittsburgh team. Yes, they do have weapons at wide receiver. Deontay Johnson has been my hero in my goofy fantasy football league that nobody cares about but me. And that's great. But Ben Roethlisberger against even a respectable defense in the Cleveland Browns, who, yes, they've given up a lot of points lately, but they've given up a lot of points to Justin Herbert lately. I don't think Ben Roethlisberger is on that tier, and I think we're going to see a game where somewhere around, 27-14 is good enough for me. I think we're going to see an under come in here. Pittsburgh, by the way, 4-1-1 to the under on this season, and I think we see him go to 5-1-1.
I think that's reasonable enough. I just have a hard time trusting the Browns, and especially if the Browns get in a hole, how do they come back at this point? There's absolutely no chemistry with OBJ, and I don't even know if it's Baker. I just think it's any quarterback. I don't know if he fits. It's been apparent he needs to go. Both the Browns and OBJ would be better off with a change of scenery. But I think the overarching point for me in this game, I do like the Steelers to win the game, but I'm trying to envision a scenario where the Browns get some multi-score win, where you're getting 3.5 with the Steelers, where Browns win. I could see them keeping it close. Just Chubb controls the game, field goal win, but Steelers still cover. I just think the range of outcomes, it's a very low percentage for a multiple score Browns win.
Yeah, and I'm inclined to agree from the against the spread perspective in that with Baker being banged up, the MO is going to be we're going to run the ball even more than usual. And I think that'll just lend itself to a low scoring, 17-14 kind of game if the Browns were to pull it out. But I think it'll be an interesting one, TJ. And high stakes for you.
Just like last week?
Just like last week.
Exact final last week.
Except without Dearness Johnson involved.
Oh, Dearness is going to play. There's still no Kareem Hunt. We'll see Dearness on the field.
Yeah, that's true. Not as heavily involved. I will amend my statement, TJ. TJ, thank you for your expertise on Steelers Browns. Good luck to you and your Browns this weekend. Of course, for more from TJ and myself on week 8 of the NFL season, check out ATS.io. Till next time, TJ and Jay saying see you later. Good luck on your NFL action.